We have been full-time RV living in our 2025 Brinkley Model Z 3610. It has been 3 months. We've been to 7 states and over 16 campgrounds. And today I'm gonna give you our full review of what we think of it so far. Okay, so walking in, you can see we've already added a new family member. He actually joined us after 2 months into our full-time journey. His name is Archer. And inside our 3610, I'm gonna give you guys a little tour, how we've set it up, how we've been liking it, some things that we've been really liking and other things that we haven't. Another thing I want to mention is I did do an empty tour video of our unit when we first got it, before we had any of our stuff moved into it, that shows you literally almost every single cabinet, nook, cranny, every space in this place. So if you want to watch that, I will also link that above for you to watch. So let's go ahead and walk through those things. So first of all, as you can see, I actually have the partial shades up, and in the Brinkley models they have that option. They also have the full-on privacy shade option, and then you can pull that open to just have it open as much as it can. And most of these are actually pulled down to the semi-private, I don't know what you want to call them, semi-private blinds, and it is super bright in here. So that is the first thing that I have loved about this Brinkley, is it lets in so much light. We have a window here, 2 windows here, 2 windows here, window there, window on the other side, these 2, this one, there's actually one behind here that we have shut behind the TV, one over the range here, and that's just in the living area alone. So I have loved all the natural light that this 3610 has. That was probably one of my most wanted things when we were looking for an RV, because in our home I want a lot of natural light, so for living in this thing I wanted that to be in here as well. So I have loved that feature of the Brinkley 3610. Another thing I've also loved about the 3610 is the ceiling and just the space that's in here. I am 5'8", pushing 5'9", so I am not a short girl by any means. And these ceilings all the way in the back, which are some of the lowest ceilings in the whole place, I cannot touch. I had my brother in here, he's 6'4", and he didn't have any problems getting in, being comfortable, even being on the love seat itself. I feel like it's very accommodating. It doesn't feel cramped. It doesn't feel like you're in a camper. Like, it honestly just feels spacious, homey, just how you would want it if you were living in it. Another thing I do love, which I wasn't sure I was going to at first, is the dinette. So rather than a traditional dinette area, they have this dinette option that you can set up however you'd like. So this slides out actually all the way almost to the island here, and you can put both of your chairs on that side. You can move it to the middle and slide it all the way out, so if you want to have both of the chairs on this side, and you can use the ottoman as a little bench on the other side for seating. You can have 4-person seating. We have it set up like this most of the time, especially now that we have this little guy, because it's just what works. He likes his bed under there for some reason. He was laying under there when his bed wasn't under there, so it kind of fits perfect there. My son will sometimes move this chair out and put it here to eat, and then sometimes I will actually move this to the middle, have this chair stay here, this chair will be on the side, and then I'll have the bench on the other side and just kind of slide it in there if I don't want the ottoman bench out here in the middle of the room. So I do actually like how this is so versatile. You can switch it up, change it depending on if you have company or just the way you're living that week. Maybe, you know, you like it set up for your kids' schooling if you have kids, or grandkids when they visit you. It's just a very convenient thing. The only thing I will say that I don't love is probably can't see it in video, but you can definitely see, and we're not very rough on our stuff, but the little tiny, I'm trying to see if it'll come through on camera, but it's not really, almost like, not scratches, but little scuff marks, if you will, on this material. I'm not sure if this is real wood. I think it is. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but it is pretty easy. In this here, I'm not sure what happened, but got kind of scratched up here. So again, we're not very rough on our stuff, but it has gotten a little bit of damage so far. So that's the only thing I will say about the dinette that I don't love, but I still love it, if that makes sense. All right, and then the last two things that I'll go over in the kitchen is the amount of counter space. I do have quite a bit of stuff on my counters, and I feel like I still have enough. Even on this island, I use this island a lot for if we have the toaster out or cutting boards, prepping dinner. I can use both of these sides here. I have my drying rack over here because I don't love it in the sink, taking up my sink space. Obviously my utensils here, a water filter, and then we just keep some stuff over here, coffee machine, and you know, little breakfast stuff. So I will say I do like the amount of counter space. I actually do like the appliances. They've worked really great for us. A lot of people have a lot to say about Furrion. We haven't had any issues with it so far. Hopefully that is real wood. But yeah, we've really been liking the full-size appliances. And then last but not least in here, I've actually really enjoyed this furniture. I know some people will say stuff about RV furniture, and we did not have recliners ever. And I actually really enjoy these recliners. I sit here all the time. As you could probably tell, this one's a little more worn than this one because this is kind of ended up my husband's spot. He actually really likes this. It is a little firm for me, but it's broken up a bit since we've gotten it. But that has been my seat of choice there. I just think it's so comfy, cozy, and it's just a really comfortable space. Okay, and here is a big reason we even chose a 3610 is because of the mid bunk. We looked at a lot of other mid bunk models, and I love this one because it has this top bunk in here, but it does not have the cubby space that a lot of them do from the hallway, which makes this ceiling higher. So it just really opens this room and it makes it feel a lot bigger than it is. I'm not sure if that picks up on video here, but we have an 8-year-old who has slept on this. We haven't put a mattress pad or anything on it. He's enjoyed it. He's been fine on it. This is the original mattress. It almost never gets used up here, so if I had a second child, I'd probably put a different mattress up there. For a small child, I'm sure it'd be fine, but if you have larger children or teenagers, this might need a mattress pad. I just haven't done it because he hasn't complained about it and he's been good. So he has his own space, his own room. That is what we loved about this. It has honestly worked out perfect. He can be in here, and honestly the noise, because he will play his games and talk to his friends all the time in here, and the noise from in here, trust me, he gets noisy. If you have an 8-year-old boy, I'm sure you know, it really doesn't transfer too much. Like to us, if we're in the living room, he'll even stay up late sometimes, and if we're in our room watching a movie, or even if we fall asleep, honestly the noise, for it being a camper, I'm surprised, does not transfer very much from the mid bunk to anywhere else. But this was one of the main reasons we wanted to get this model. He has his own dresser, which is great. These are actually really large drawers here, and then there's even more storage up top, which was great, right, for us getting in here full time. So all of his stuff fits perfectly in here. He's got, you know, his shoes over on this side. We've kind of taken this over. We all kind of use these hooks here, but they are convenient because they're right by the door. But absolutely love this space in this room, especially for our 8-year-old. Having his own space has been great, right? And then as we walk up, I'll start to turn on the lights here, but we have our bathroom for us. This has worked just fine. We are a family of 3, again, an 8-year-old, plenty enough space for us, plenty enough storage. As you can see in here, we got rid of a lot, but honestly we kept a lot with us. So storage under here, and the 3 drawers of storage here. So we have loved this. There's even storage in the medicine cabinet and in the shower. I don't have to move that, which is really nice on travel days. All of the stuff that's in here does not budge. I mean, yeah, I move my razor, obviously, but everything can stay in there, which is really nice. And then finally, we have our master room. We have the king in here, super comfortable. We did put a 3-inch medium firmness mattress topper on the king. We cut it a little bit so it would fit. This is the mattress that came with the Brinkley. It's been great for us. It was a little too firm, so that's why we put that mattress pad on there. But honestly, we've slept great. I did do another video that talked about some of this space and this storage and these shelves. I'll actually link it up here for you guys if you want to watch it. Just some things I don't love about this space, so I'll put that up there. But wish I had a little more, I don't know, maybe like, and if we had a queen it would help a lot. I know a lot of people say that, but I don't know, just a little more storage. This side is a little tight. It's not very useful, but again, we have a king, so if you want to use this side of the bed and be able to get in and out of there, then you might consider a queen option there. Love our dresser, tons of storage space, as much as our sons for our stuff. And then we do not have a washer dryer. We opted out of that because I wanted more closet space. So we have clothes in there, some of our sons' clothes in here, just like hoodies and bulky stuff in there, and the closet for us, show you here, it is packed full, but I'll tell you, it has really been great. We've kept a lot of our clothes. We split it pretty much, I don't want to say 50-50, maybe it's like 30-70, like his stuff, my stuff. But honestly, I've been really happy with the closet space in here as well. Another thing I really love about this Brinkley is this mirror that you can see. I think this just really helps to like open up the space and make this room, again, it's pretty big already, but I think the mirror just helps it feel a little bigger than it is in here too. So do love that, I will say. And then obviously the outside of it is just gorgeous. We have loved it. We get so many compliments on it. Really can't say enough about this either. The only thing that I will say, which it wasn't a priority for us because we had never camped before, we didn't know that we would need it or want it or like it, is an outdoor kitchen. It does have the prep space under here, but I do wish it had something that pulled out, something like a table or a grill or something that like slid in and slid out of there. But other than that, we've been super happy with the Brinkley so far. So there it is, my 3-month review of full-time living inside the 3610 from Brinkley. Obviously, this is my point of view. We've only been living in it 3 months. It feels like so much longer than that, but we've unhooked, hooked up in many different places. We do have the Gen Y hitch on ours. So if you are in the market, or maybe you're looking at a 3610 or looking at a Brinkley, then I hope this was super helpful for you. If you have any questions for us, leave them in the comments. I'd be happy to help and maybe learn some things. Like if you have a Brinkley or maybe you've been full-time RVing for a while, what are some must-haves or things that you love in your rig? So put those below, let us know. If you want to, we do have a community of other RVers who just enjoy this journey, whether you're full-time, whether you do it on the weekends, or maybe you just want to learn more about it. You can join our free community and group below. So I'll put that link below for you guys to join. I hope to see you in there, and I will see you guys in the next video.